Hello, it's iWebFox, and I'd like to say I'm sorry for the delays, but Fit to Read is now back. But before I start getting the new comics, I'll go over the comics that I picked up during the period that I wasn't posting anything. First up is the Guild Vork one-shot. I found this very good issue. I like the artwork, a bit cartoonish. It goes to the background of Vork before that we get to see him in the ongoing web series. $3.50 is a bit of a pricey piece, but it is a one-shot, and I recommend this for only Guild fans. And on the opposite side, we have Franken-Castle issue 21 for about the price of $4. I picked this up for a free movie ticket that came with it, but also I was interested to see of how Franken-Castle will become the Punisher again. And yes, this issue shows that he became the Punisher. I've found the artwork very enjoyable. For about the almost 90% of the comic, he's on Monster Island with this fascinating, out-of-this-world artwork. And then the last couple of issues, it's just pretty much regular Punisher stuff, since he's the Punisher again. I like it. If you're following the Franken-Castle, you got to pick this up to see how it all ends, or if you just like the Punisher. I sort of like the Punisher, so I wanted the movie ticket, so I got this. $4 is a bit pricey, so you may want to wait for a trade or something. Next up is The Walking Dead issue 77. We got quite a few of these here. So, as we saw that our group is now part of the community and such. Rick's the sheriff, sort of, and everybody else is doing their own parts. But the one guy that Rick beat up in the previous issue, well, he has some issues with how he's running things now, and he's going to come out of a knife. Then it goes on to issue 78, where the gunshots used to kill the guy with the knife alerted an unsavory group of bandits who so happened to be in town. They heard the gunshots, they came, shooting breaks out. Those bad guys didn't make it. Issue 78 of The Walking Dead. All the gunfire from the shootout with those miscreants brought a horde of zombies coming. They thought that was just going to be a few, but no. Practically every zombie in Washington, D.C. has come. So now they are surrounded, cut off. Then it goes on to issue 80, part 1 of No Way Out. We have a multi-part story arc going on now. Found this interesting. Unfortunately, this issue didn't come out until January. It's supposed to come out December, but they pushed it back because now they're doing this weekly thing where they reprint all the previous issues. It must have been the success of the TV show. Of course, the comic book is very good, so since it reached up to issue 80, I guess it only makes sense they could do that. Of course, it's just pretty much all hype getting ready for the next season of the TV show, which probably won't be good. You know, I love the first one. But here in issue 80, they know they are surrounded. They have about a month left of food if they start rationing immediately, and Andrea's stuck in the clock tower about a couple blocks away from the camp. So people are on their edge, everybody's scared. Instead of having their own houses now, people are starting to group up again, as they did when they originally set the place up. And also the fences are meant to keep out a few stragglers, and also just to hide them. But since all of them know that they're there, and there's probably hundreds, maybe thousands now, surrounding the whole area, the community, the fence probably won't last. It's not meant to do that. And now winter's on upon them again, so snow's everywhere. Of course, we all know how horrible if you followed it, you know how horrible the last winter was. Well, now this is going to get worse because the whole solar power system for the community was never really finished when they moved in. So with the winter coming, it's really going to take a drain on power. So there's that. And then we move on to Sonic issue 218. Just as quickly as Sonic has entered the oil ocean zone, he blows it up. So after so many years of us wanting to see him go to oil ocean zone from Sonic 2, he finally goes there. It's blown up. He's not going back. Boo-hoo. And then we go on to Sonic issue 219. Where it's like we're going back to this is another 2-issue story arc here. So instead of following Sonic stop other baddies from across the world, we're just going back here in the homeland, where apparently King Max wants a Chaos Emerald so he can regain power. Jeffrey is pretending to agree with him, and so he talks Sonic into going to Chaos Emerald just for the sake of having a Chaos Emerald. Well, Sonic gets shot in the back, and it turns out that Jeffrey has been a bad guy all along. This has been teased at for well over 50 issues ago, and it's been talked about since issue 186, issue 196 of Sonic, that there was a traitor. So we now know who it is, and it comes with a bonus little side story for Sonic Colors. Just a little intro to that game, which I've played the game, and the intro is just pretty much that. But that's just nice artwork. Oh, and then we go on to Sonic issue 220. It's in this issue that everybody now sees that Jeffrey's now on the up and up. Apparently his goal is to use the Chaos Emerald to bring back Negus to become the ruler of the Acorn Kingdom. So, a lot of bad stuff's happening now. Really bad. And then we move on to Sonic Universe with issue 22. We got Team Dark, Team Rose, and now the Team Hooligans or Bandits. I don't know, it has Knack and 2 other bounty hunters. They're all after a Soul Emerald, and it's just chaos as Rose and Dark go against each other while the other guys get away with the Emerald. That's until issue 223 when Rose and Dark decide to team up and go after those bad guys as they face off with Team Babylon Rouge, whatever it is. So yeah, that group has to deal off of those birds. So now it's become a 4-way battle over the Emerald, which the next issue, the final one, we're just going to finally see who's going to get it, which I gotta say it has to be Team Rose for Blaze, because if not, then her world blows up again. But anyway, I really enjoy this cover. Best cover ever. Okay, well, that's just a recap of the comics I've been picking up. I would have picked up the latest issue of Sonic Universe, but apparently it's been delayed or something for a week or so. So, until the next comic I want to pick up comes out and I pick it up, that's it. Thank you.